Did you know that on Cafe, you can actually rappel up the skylight just like this? Well, if you didn't know, now you know. And if you ever plan on going Ying or somebody with smokes to be able to get a plant down just like this, you can easily get the smokes down, get the plant down here, and then rappel on the skylight, and they'll never expect you to, one, do this, and two, be holding the bomb from the skylight. So it is a great strategy. Now, that was just one out of 16 different ranked maps that I'll be going over in today's video, so make sure you stick to the end. The next of which being Clubhouse. Now, for this tip, it works really well if your team is playing on the basement site and you're roaming, but what you want to do is open up the gym hatch just like this. Once you've done this, you can prone on the hatch, and you see this little gap above this wall right here? This gap allows you to see all the way to bottom main stairs by that ping right there. As you can see from my ping, that is where I'm able to see. So if they're going down the stairs for basement and you're roaming, you can get a long angle onto anyone who's doing this. It's also reversible if you're attacking. Let's say the site is gym bedroom and you know the hatch is open. You can get on this staircase and now you have a long angle onto anybody in gym bedroom from this hatch. So it's just a really good angle that you can use on this map specifically. For the next map, we're going to Chalet. For this tip, you'll be playing in the basement. What you want to do is play somebody that you know is going to anchor on site, and while you're up here, make sure that you reinforce the hatches. Now that you've done that, do the actual strat, which is breaking this vase right here, standing in the debris and moving the debris forward until it's exactly in front of this double door right here. Once you've done this enough to where it's at least not on the left side of the double door, you can go back downstairs. Once you're downstairs, make your way into wine, and then come to this wine wall right here and break this barrel. Once you've broken this barrel, you can hop on top of this barrel desk, and then in this little square right here of wooden floor, you can break it. And then you can also break this part of the wooden floor here and the part above you. And now you have an angle through the floor watching the double door. And if you hadn't broken that vase before, it would be sitting right here in front of you. So you wouldn't have been able to get the angle. So now that you've broken the vase and you moved around the debris, if they try to push the main door, you now have an angle that can watch it. And you can also pre-place a nitro and sit farther back, wait for the sound of them breaking the barricade, and then blow up the nitro. So it's just as good of a trick if you want to actually look through vert on this double door. An even better strat is for my next map, Villa. Now on Villa, a lot of people don't know that you can actually get your drone onto the balcony right here without actually having to get your drone in the building. What you do is you run your drone onto the right glass door right here, completely under the right door handle, and then jump. This will get your drone onto the door handle. Then if you just stay still and you hold W and jump again, you're now on this glass panel. Now, sometimes you will fall kind of like that. It is pretty expected. It happens like 2 to 3 times before you're able to actually get it. But as long as you keep jumping, you'll eventually make it onto the brick wall where the most common fall happens. And then if you can get past falling on this part a bunch of times, you can eventually make it onto the balcony, where now you have a drone that you didn't have to, go through the building and risk getting your drone shot in order to get here. Now you can start droning people from this doorway, which they will never expect, by the way. Get some free info, back it out, and you have a really cool drone spot that a lot of people don't know how to do. An even more unknown trick, though, is on my next map, Coastline. On Coastline, this trick works best if you're playing on hookah and billiards. Well, lucky for you, it's kind of the most common site, but this is where you need to be. The reason you want that is because you want as many possible attackers spawning in ruins. The reason for that is because you'll be spawn peeking ruins. First, you need to open this window. No, you're not just peeking the window here, it's much more elaborate than that. What you want to do next is break open this white wall right here. You want to make it to where it's pretty high up and vaultable, but not too high up. Once you've impacted that wall, make your way into this hallway here. Once you've done that, go onto the left leg of this couch and vault yourself up. You now have a long angle onto the blue bar window here, if you don't, mess it up like I just did there. So now if anyone is going past this window, you can kill them for free. The coolest part about this is if they're actually spawning ruins, so they're spawning all the way over there, sometimes they'll go under this building right here in order to get to the staircase to get into ruins. If they're playing Cali, Glass, whatever it may be. If they go under the building, they're going to pass this archway here, which you will be able to see through this spawn peak just like that. So it is an insane spawn peak that I thought I'd need to let you know. Something even more insane is this angle that I'm giving you on Oregon. For this strat, you're going to be attacking with somebody with a good scope. Either get a telescopic scope, one of the magnified ones, play Glass, or play Cali. Then make your way over to this pile of sandbags and this barrel. You're going to go to the side and vault over it just like this. Then, while hugging the left, sprint all the way to the end of the sandbags over here. You can then vault and get on top of these way higher sandbags. And now, if you lean to the right and you crouch, you have a long angle onto anybody pushing inside of kids, or on the kids' door. If they're standing and you wait here long enough, this is a free kill. It's really, really nice. Something else that's really nice is this next tip for canal. For this, you can either play the bottom or top floor, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're a 3-speed, kind of like I am with Alibi. Then you're going to run all the way into printer. And as soon as the prep phase ends, you want this completely broken, and you're going to run out onto this air vent here. Once you're on this air vent, then look at the corner of this one and run to the corner of the taller air vent. Now that you're here, again, look at the corner of this roof, and you can get on top of this roof. And now, if you do all of that, but very quickly after practicing it a few times, you can shoot anybody who's coming up the spawn right here. And from their POV, it's super hard to spot, and the faster you are, the less reaction time they'll have to the runout indicator that they'll get. So when it's all put together and it's all super fast, it should look something like this. The prep phase just ended. Now you kill them the second they get out that ladder. And because of the fact that they shoot the default camera and then they slowly walk up the stairs, you'll catch them the second they're at the top of the staircase. So you don't have to wait here. You just get out and immediately pre-fire, and you should get a free kill or two. Then you can drop down, open up this door, and then now you're completely safe for a free kill. Something else that can get you a free kill is the next tip for theme park. For this trick, make sure that you're on attack as Thermite. Specifically, you're attacking the initiation bomb site upstairs. To do this, make sure you don't get ran out on and rappel on the bunk's windows. Once you've done this, break this barricade here and run out into bunks, and make sure nobody is here, make sure nobody is in dorms, make sure no one's in the arcade hallway. The first thing you'll do is you'll send a drone into break room. Then you'll drone out bunks. You'll drone out arcade hallway here. You'll drone out your yellow hallway and your reception double door. Then you can hop in once you know for a fact it's clear. Now, these two double walls here are typically the main two walls for sight. And even if they're electrified, there's a way as Thermite you can get it open no matter what. All you have to do is make sure that this wall is soft and it's broken. Then you can put your Thermite charge on the farthest right of the wall that it can possibly go. Then activate your Thermite. Now the proximity breach from that Thermite onto this wall will blow this wall up, and a good sized amount too that you can fit in, no matter if it's electrified, reinforced, turbo, whatever it may be. Then all you have to do is smoke off your left, just like that. Make sure this is completely smoked off. You can smoke off this door if there's someone in there too. Then come behind throne and plant. Once the bomb is down, you can re-smoke your left or run away, and then cover the bomb, make sure no one defuses, and it should be a free round win on initiation and theme park. Something else that can be a free round win if you do it is our next trick for skyscraper. To do this, you want to go to karaoke and tea room, and you'll be playing a zombie for this strat. As a zombie, your goal is to get on top of this dresser. What you'll do first is you're going to prone next to this dresser right here. Then you can look and see on the dresser, there's these two leaves, one right here and one right here. You want to aim your zombie on the tip of the rightward leave just like this. Once you've done that, that's the first zombie barricade you need, but you're gonna need two. So make sure you prone just like this, and wherever you see this triangle right here at the tip of the triangle is where you're going to throw your next zombie barricade. Now, if I turn my HUD back on, you'll be able to see a vault prompt if I did this correctly. Oh, I almost had it right there. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. There it is. There's the vault prompt. Once you vault here, you can vault on top of this white vase, and then you should be able to vault on top of the black dresser, and now you're on the black dresser in sight, which is crazy overpowered. The only issue is people on this door, but with the third barricade, you can barricade the top of this door, and now you can see their feet, and they absolutely can't see you, while you have a nice angle onto anybody pushing the hallway right here. It is the most broken spot on Skyscraper that you can get in the entire game. An even more broken spot is the next spot that we have for Border. To do this, you can be at any site that you want to. What you want to do is literally just prone in front of this double door. Now, as you can see, whenever the actual door is open, I'm going to open it just a little bit here. There's a huge gate, this square gate. There's a left side and a right side. And if you were to prone right here, you can see through the floor hole the left side and the right side. So if anyone actually comes through that double door to shoot the default camera that's right there, you can easily see and shoot them just through the floor of the barricade and get a free kill. If that's not enough for you, I'll give you a second tip for Border as well. Another spawn peek that a lot of people do not know about is the fact that you can open up this part of the barricade and spawn peek anybody coming up from the east spawn right here to get a free kill as well. Whereas normally they would expect to spawn peek from the door or the window. They're never going to expect it from the passport double. Something way more unexpected though is for my next map, Bank. For the strat, make sure that you're top floor because people are going to be spawning over there the most. But that's just the thing. you can get an angle from the banana staircase or from top trump all the way into their spawn through these windows here or through these windows here when they walk up and get a free kill, and most people do not know about this. Now, to be completely honest with you, this was not my intended tip. The actual first trick that I was going to show you is a way that you could prone next to the fridge right here through this wall, just like this. But then I realized that they added cabinets right here to get around that. So they literally took out the one that I was going to do. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know the spawn peaks are a little disappointing, but at least you still got something you can work with and get kills with. Something that has not been patched yet, though, is this one on Consulate. For this strat, you want to be playing a zombie on the basement site. What you'll do then is come all the way upstairs and wait for the prep phase to end, because you don't want them to see you opening up this window. Oh my god, did they fucking patch this too? No. Once the prep phase is ended and you've broken this window, you're going to throw in a zombie barricade on the black part of this box, the middle of the black part specifically, just like this. Then you can immediately run out, go on the barricade, and jump out the zombie just like this, and then you can get a free kill to anybody who's spawning and going next to this white truck, just like that. And you'll really only be able to do it once, so once you do it, they're kind of gonna know what's going on, and you'll get shot in the back from people who spawned over there. So it's kind of a one-time use thing, but it is still a pretty good angle if you can get it down correctly, and I find it actually has gotten me a few kills because nobody really expects it. Something else that can get you a lot of free kills is our strategy for Nighthaven Labs. For this strat, play Ash when attacking the basement of Nighthaven Labs. What you're going to do is repel on this window right here on the south side spawn of the building next to the helicopter. Then, upside down repel, break this barricade just like so, get your Ash charge out, and Ash the floor right here. This allows you to get a long angle into backside, but specifically anywhere that they have a mirror right here. And if they do have a mirror right around there, you can easily get your Ash charge out again and Ash the mirror due to the fact that now Ash counters mirror, and if they have head holes there, then you can make a rotate, which makes playing there way more dangerous. If you play Buck, you can get all kinds of crazy angles too onto the basement site, so it's just a really good strategy to do if you specifically want to counter that mirror strat that is so prevalent. Another crazy vert angle that I'll show you is this next angle for Emerald Plains. To do this, make sure that you're playing kitchen and dining. The first thing that you'll need is holes really high up on this wall. Having them specifically on the left is great, but if you're making a vaultable rotate here anyways, it kind of just works out. Then you can do the exact same thing from the top of this wall here. And now from orange stairs, you have a long angle onto anybody on the wall, but this isn't actually the angle I'm talking about. This is just secondary if you need to fall back off of the main one. To do the main one, come into the electrical closet, then reinforce these two walls. Then what you'll want to do is pull your shotgun out and shotgun open the portion of this floor here. This angle is what I'm talking about. You can get an angle through this floor here onto anybody on the main wall if you're playing inside of kitchen. A lot of people still, to this day, do not know about this angle, probably because not a lot of people have discovered it, but it will net you a free few kills literally every round. I have never died using this angle unless they actually come to clear me because they know about the angle, and even then, it's super rare. But even if they do know about it, you can easily just back up and use the other angle we talked about earlier to contest the same wall the second that they think it's clear. You can also, instead of backing up and going to orange stairs, you can back up to this hatch and break it, and then you can break the top of this wall here, and now you have an angle above the reinforced wall into this entire restaurant hallway, looking at the restroom door and the reception door. So it's just super broken to play up here and use a bunch of angles on Emerald Plains. An even cooler angle though is this next one for attacking Outback. To do this, bring somebody with a high caliber bullet, like somebody with a DMR like I have, or Cali or Glaz, and somebody with a good scope too, like those operators as well. Then what you're going to do is rappel onto this balcony, of course making sure you don't get ran out on, but it's Outback, so no guarantee. What you'll do from here is you'll break the red suitcase that's blocking the drone hole just like this. Once you've broken the red suitcase, after a while the debris will despawn, making it a little bit easier for you to hold this angle, but now you have a deep angle onto anybody inside of laundry and anybody inside of bunks. It's a really nice angle that you can use and abuse. As you can see, if someone were sitting inside of the laundry site right here in a corner, I could easily kill them. So if they decide to rotate between laundry and between the sites, I easily can see them through the floor, through this leg, and into laundry through that drone hole. And the best part about it is I'm outside on a drone hole. There is no possible way that they're going to shoot me back because one, I'm shooting their toes, and two, they have no idea where they're getting shot from. So this is free damage at the very least every single time you do it. It's actually crazy. Something that's even crazier though is the final tip for the final map and the newest map, in Siege layer. For the strat, make sure you're playing the weapons and maintenance site. Arguably the hardest part about the strat is winning the other 2 bomb sites to get here in the first place, but once you're here, you're gonna have a maestro cam that you can pretty much guarantee that no one is going to be able to melee. To do this, first, just get on top of the green box just like this. Then sprint onto the table with a drone and a laptop like this. Once you're here, you're going to drop down to the table and you're going to crouch until you get a vault prompt that looks like this. Now you're behind the black box and you're in between the bomb. Then you can stand up and put a maestro camera as high as you can look and put a maestro camera just like that. And now you have a super high maestro camera that can see pretty much all of sight that they could not even think about meleeing if they wanted to. Not only this, but if you don't want to use it for the maestro camera, you can literally just simply abuse the angle yourself, because no one is going to expect you to be here. And if you sit here, they're going to think of you as part of map decoration. They're not going to look at you as a player, so you can get some absolutely free kills as long as you come to this bomb site. I just realized that this is a machine gun and not a projector. Why would they need a machine gun here? Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. My name's Alka. Check out the next video, and I'll see you later.